Welcome to Spirit Medium Laura Mediumship and Messages. Here you can enjoy healing to happiness with exceptional, evidential, and ethical spirit communications. Spirit Medium Laura has been channeling spirit for over 30 years. She is a research medium and is featured as a top 100 psychic in America. Here is Spirit Medium Laura now.
Hey everybody, this is Laura. So great to see all of you. Good evening. So this evening we'll be doing mediumship messages and healing, and also medical intuition, mentoring, metaphysics, you name it. Anything that's under the spiritual realm and that's medium, soul-based focused is within my realm, and something that we can work on together. So welcome to the show. The first 15 minutes or so I will be doing a general message and also focus subject, and then I will be getting into mediumship, which will be the second 15 minutes of the show. That means connecting to those on the other side. I only have one person right now. Let's see. Boop, 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 boop. So if Susie's talking to that person, maybe they would have one. But I have one person right now. So if we have other side connections, I give that a priority, and then I give some other kinds of readings a little bit of a priority, like medical intuition and or healing, because it does take a little bit more psychic energy. There's a method to my madness, if you will. I ask, if you're waiting to have a question answered, that you have your question ready and not to give me a lot of background information, as you ruin the surprise, or you influence me and I'm unable to be as objective as I'd like to be to provide you the best answer possible. Let's see. There is a website for this show. It is spiritmediumtv.com. And if you're very smart, you might want to join the mailing list, because if you do, you'll be in to win a private session with me. I already got 1, 2, 3, 4. Well, I got about 6 people I pre-interviewed before the show got on, and they're going to be added to the mailing list by me. But you can go ahead and add yourself directly. Just go to spiritmediumtv.com, and in the upper right portion of the page, you'll see a form, and you'll join the mailing list there, and then you will be in to win a private session with me, and only competing with those people that joined during the month we're in. So you're not competing with everyone on the list. Okay, so that's the first thing. Second thing is if you'd like a private session with me. I know it may be a little early for you to determine that, because you haven't heard me do a reading yet, perhaps. So some of you have called in before, but if you don't know me, you may not know if you want this. But nevertheless, I want you to know that you can get a private session with me at a 25% discount, or a third more time. That's item 1 on spiritmediumtv.com. So we got those 2 things out of the way. Oh, and item 3 is, well, is it still item 3? I think it is still item 3. Let me just go there. What the heck? Where is it? Oh, now I'm not even on the website for the radio show. Hold on, let me go there. So item 3 on the page is, yes, jump the queue. I got a cute poem that goes with this idea. If you have an urgent matter that just can't wait, donate 8 and jump the gate. Whoops! Today we do have a lot of people in the queue, so if you do have an urgent matter and you do make a donation and I find it before the end of the show, I will give you a priority in the reading queue. And if for perchance I don't get to you during the show, hang on, because I will call you afterwards. If I discover it when the show's over, I'll call you afterwards. I still will record it for you. So everybody gets hopefully satisfied, and if I can't get to you for any reason and you don't want me to call you after the show, or I can't get to you after the show, I can always refund that money. So jump the queue is 3. Number 4 is to get certified. I hadn't had that on there until recently, but you can get certified to become a soul psychic medium, soul psychic healer. And I've gotten some wonderful testimonials from some people that have taken the training. I'm not going to read that off, as it is on Spirit Medium TV, item 4 on that page. You'll read that testimonial. But here's a nice testimonial I just had recently. A beautiful woman called me up, Heather Pelota, and she was in a very stressful situation, as she'd gotten pregnant and the doctors told her that the child would not survive the pregnancy. And she didn't know what to do about it. And whatever the medical profession was telling her was very, very stressful. So she thought that she would check in with with the soul of the child that wasn't yet born to see what that soul said to her. And it was a very lovely experience for me as well for her. Just to give you a quick thing, she felt she feels that having a spiritual insight was wonderful to her and took a large weight off her shoulders and was very helpful. So I have a testimonial there on spiritmediumtv.com. Oh, and something else, this is free, a surprise and a treat for you. I will be a featured guest in the Financial Consciousness Global virtual series. It's like an online thing, and you can register for that. All the details are on spiritmediumtv.com under next event. Okay, so it's free, and I'll be interviewed on the 26th of July. But I think there are replays and everything, so if you can't make the exact time, and by the way, I'm not the only one, there's going to be like 8 other people, I think, or 9 other people. 9 other people, that's right. 9 other people. So there's a lot of different ways of helping you become more abundant. Okay, more abundant. We'll all have our own way of helping you. So tonight I want to talk a little bit about surrender. I started to talk about it maybe 2 weeks ago, and I was going through a rough patch. Found out later on that apparently a lot of mediums and psychics are kind of getting the same kind of thing going on right now. A lot of people are very tense, very anxious. Gee, do you think it could be the media? I mean, if you turn on the news, the media is just pounding away at every single story. And there's some very significant things going on right now. So maybe that was why I felt kind of tense and kind of limited. I've also been sick for about 6 weeks. Let's see, where are we now? We're on the 11th. Yeah, about that long since the Memorial Day weekend. That week right afterwards, I got a virus, a flu, and then it went away 3 times, and it came back 3 times in different ways. So I was like, ugh. Anyway, the idea of surrender came in at 3 in the morning because I was feeling sort of at the end of my rope. And then I didn't really know how to surrender. A nice little article came out of it, and some idea, which is called Surrender to the Wonder of Oneness. And there's an article on my website. If you put in the word surrender in the search box, you'll find that first article. But today I wrote a different article about using prayer for surrender. Prayer. I had a conversation with somebody who's very dear to me, and he mentioned how he prays. And I don't know, it just sort of stuck with me. And I said to myself recently, well, I'm not going to try to fix anything anymore. I'm just going to pray. I'm going to hand it up to a higher power. And while I started my prayer earlier today, the idea of praying that my purpose be fulfilled on earth was very significant to me. And purpose is very significant, period. Everybody's got a service. No matter how big or small, everybody, you, me, everybody has their purpose. So if you don't know what it is and you pray that God show you the way, it will come in. And once you align with that purpose, everything else ripples in vibration to that. It sets you correctly for your vibration. And things sort of flow then from there. They flow better for you. So if you don't know your purpose, say in prayer, dear God, please show me my purpose and allow me to surrender to that. The most important thing to remember is if you're very stressed out, if you're very anxious, if you're trying to do everything yourself, trying to square root everything, stop it and simply relax and ask Spirit to handle it for you. Ask God to handle it for you, and you'll be surprised. You'll be led. Solutions will come in. It is necessary, though, to get very silent and very, very quiet so that you can hear so that you can see, so that you can know the answers. So if you're running around every day trying to fix everything, make it all work, like I don't know, some like Van Dyke who tried to put his thumb in the dam. There's a story about that. If you never heard the story, forgive me. But can you imagine that you're trying to stop a dam from flooding and you're running around with your thumbs trying to hold all the holes closed? Well, eventually the dam's going to burst. It's only so much you can do on your own. So that's why we hand things up to a higher power. Okay, so we're going to start with our little, I think that's about it. Yep, that's about it. Excuse me for my coughing. We're going to do a meditation and a message, group channeled message. Okay, so if everybody would please join in by uncrossing your arms and legs. Ooh, let me get rid of that. Uncross your arms and legs and start to focus on breathing from your abdominal area. Breathing in deeply, exhaling deeply. Asking for your loved ones from the other side to come in if that's what you're waiting for this evening. Greeting those individuals with kisses, hugs, and hellos. If you're asking for healing or some other kind of messages, please ask that you obtain what you need this evening from Spirit. While you do that, I'm going to go do the prayer. I'll be back in a second. Good. Now what I need you all to do, excuse me. On your next exhale of breath, I need you all to release into your space your energy, and I will connect us. One moment, please. Okay, good. So let me bring in the ones. We are here. We are the ones. We have been working with all of you for eons of time. You might wonder how that is so, as it seems you've just met us. However, we are part of your soul group. Each and every one of you is connected to us. We are an hierarchy of souls at a higher level, and each of your specific guides or angels, as you would like to call them, connects into the framework that we have created. We are the ones that work with you on your evolution. We create ideas and paradigms for exchange with the system of energy in which you live and you reside. Each of you has many things in your life that create conflict. We would like to say to you that conflict is a good thing, not a bad thing. It is an illusion or a mask for change. So when you have conflict, if you could please ask that the conflict reveal to you the change needed in you, you will be released from the conflict almost immediately. Conflict is there to help you grow, like weights in a gym would help you develop muscles. It is a resistance formula for change. Ask Spirit to help you understand why you have the conflict. Sit quietly with notebook and pen in hand. Allow the answers to funnel through your subconscious. You will find that if you care to answer, the answers will care to be there for you. But you do need to ask. If instead you decide to react to the stress of a situation without ever being silent and quiet and asking, you will never understand, and you will be constantly in a state of flurry, and you will never be able to come through the other side. Stress and struggle can remain with you throughout the time you are on earth if you do not take time to ask God for what it is that you can do to evolve, to release that, and let go. Once you've let go of something, it usually comes back to you in another way, resolved, healed, and recreated for you in a way that is very palatable and mostly extremely very enjoyable. Namaste. Okay, well, that's nice. I have to remember it too. As I mentioned, surrender is very important. Okay, I'm going to go to the first person who's waiting for another side connection. I believe that would be Karen. Hold on. Oh, there's Valerie also. There's Karen. After Karen, I will go to Valerie for other side connections. Hi, Karen. Hi, honey.
Hi, how are you?
I'm good. I'm good. Hey, look at this. I'm on time too. Not only am I good, but I'm on time. Last Wednesday I had the show. I don't think you were on it then, and I spent the first.
No,
Were you on it? Were you listening?
no, I wasn't.
Okay. I felt so badly. I felt so badly afterwards because I blubbered for quite a long while at the beginning. I talked too much, and then people didn't have enough time for their readings. Okay, so here we are with Karen, and she would like to get an other side connection. Um, Karen, just for your own edification, I don't allow you to ask who to come in. Although last time you snuck that one in on me. Hold on. Let's see who's there for you. Just off of the top. This is for Karen. You're okay. You're very loving. You're a very loving person. There's a figure here for you, female. She's a loving person herself, and it feels like somebody that you've known from the past for a long time. Not a newbie like not somebody like your friend, but somebody else that's more of a longer term connection to you. Family member. Okay, an heir to the family or somebody behind other people in the family. She's kind of like you in many ways. She says that she had golden hair when she was young, and I don't know if you can't even answer that yet because I don't have enough around it. But she has golden hair. She's very fair skinned, fair complexioned, and she's a very kind and loving person. She also shows herself as petite in her build, with even features. She's kind. She has a little bit of freckles, actually. She's showing me herself when she's very young, younger. And she reminds me of like a little elf or a little sylph. She's very sweet and light kind of energy to her. She feels like a grandmother, honey, or somebody like that goes back a bit of time. And I only see her as a child right now. I see her younger. So I'm going to ask you this question. Do you know of any grandmother or mother?
Yes.
Well, I'm sure you know of them, but I didn't finish.
Grandmother.
But I didn't finish the question, darling. This is not a trick question. That had lighter hair in her, in her youth. Lighter hair. Do you have any grandmother that had lighter hair in her youth?
Yes.
Okay, this is the one that's coming through. She also has just a littlest bit of freckles, and she shows me herself when she's still younger. Okay, and she's petite. Do you know this particular grandma? Do you remember as petite, please? Smaller in front. Okay.
Very.
Okay, she says, oh, she laughs a little bit now, and she says, and I was also very light on my feet, and I had a very charismatic personality, and I was also very popular with the boys, she says, and she laughs a little bit. She says, of course, you didn't know me like that, she says, but I used to like to talk about the days before when I was younger. She says, but everybody always liked me, and I was not difficult at all to get along with. And she also shows me herself advanced now to an older age, a senior citizen, if you will, and she shows me still slender and still rather attractive, commonly, if you will. Her hair is about ear length, not much longer than that. She's got high cheekbones, a squarish jawline, nice full lips, not real tiny mouth, a straight nose, kind eyes, and there's one or two more things that go along with that, darling. Just bear with me for a moment. For some reason or other, she shows me herself seated on a train looking out a window as a more older person. So that would have some significance, but I can't really frame it just yet, so we'll leave it alone. Hold on, Karen, just bear with me for a moment. Oh, she likes knitting and crochet. She likes knitting and crocheting. Those are things she likes to do with her hands. Excuse me, honey? Karen, honey?
She made many beautiful things.
Yeah, she likes working with her hands a lot. Oh, okay, so you appreciated them more than other people. She laughs a little bit. She says, I gave you some of them, and she says you still have some of them in your home. She thanks you. She says thank you for holding on to them for me.
Aw.
She says they're rare finds, when people make things with their hands. As you know, they're very rare, and that I'm glad that you see it that way. And I see one of them she's showing me has something to do with a child, or that it might have been useful for a baby that was born, something like that. You have that still as well. And she also seems to say that you've had it. Well, I'm sure you've had some children. It looks like you had a son. Is that correct, love?
Yes.
Okay. Well, you've had a few children, not just one child, but there's something about the baby boy that's very, very special to you and the whole family. She says she looks on him from time to time to make sure he's okay, and that the rest of the family is fine.
Aw.
Yeah, she loves you all very much, and she wants to thank you for coming to her home that time in the summer. She said you didn't want to go at first, but then finally you said yes. Uh, and then she laughs a little bit like you really had a choice. And she says, but you got used to you got used to the country and you liked it very well in the end. She says she thanks you so much for that because it was a great time of joy for her to have you and the other children in the house. She gives you a big, big kiss and thanks you for allowing her to speak to you.
Aw.
Yeah. So that's what your message will be this evening, honey. Do you remember going to her house during the summer when you were younger? A little girl.
Oh, yeah.
All
Yeah.
right. She liked that very.
We used to go all the time every Sunday for dinner.
Oh, all right. Well, good for you that you were going and everything, and that you didn't really create too much of a problem because she enjoyed it. She enjoyed it very much. Okay, Karen, I'm sorry I didn't allow you more interaction for this one, but I just wanted to get the facts in. And I want to thank you so much, honey, for calling in tonight.
Thank you.
Thank you, honey. Bye.
Thank you.
Thank you. Bye-bye, love.
Bye-bye.
Going to Valerie. Okay, Valerie. Hi, honey.
Hello.
Hi, honey. How are you this evening?
I'm doing fine.
All right, love. It feels to me like you've had more of a recent loss. And I don't feel anyone, but I heard as I was coming to your line that you've lost a mother. Is that correct, please?
Yes, grandmother.
Grandmother, okay, she's here. She's here with us. She shows me white hair. She shows me her legs were very problematic for her towards the end of her life, as if they gave her a lot of pain, particularly around the ankles. Do you remember that about Grandma, please? That her ankles or her legs were bothering her under the knees, from knee to ankle. You remember that, love?
Yeah, she couldn't really walk.
Okay. All right. Well, there you go. All right. So she's showing it to me as a lot of pain in that area. So I don't know if it was numb, but she just shows me as pain. She's showing me her legs. For the first thing, she shows me her legs. So we'll just go along with it a little bit. She says they were numb a lot too. They were numb a lot too. And then she laughs a little bit because she's showing me what she was like, towards the end of her life. She says, I didn't complain a lot, or I tried not to complain a lot. So what I get from her, the way she did it, I couldn't really relay this to you. But like after she told me her legs were numb, she laughs a little bit. So I guess she's trying to be, when she's on Earth, trying to be good natured about things, but it's not always working out that well for her because there's a lot of pain in her body, and there's also a lot of crying, and I see her crying a lot, heartache about all this. I see under her a male, as if she's had a son, or it could be that you said this grandma, so that would mean an uncle, or you could have somewhere down the line. There's a male, okay? So you have a brother, or mom had a brother, or something like that, or it's your father's mother. I just noticed a son down the line. You don't need to say anything about that just yet. I feel that there's a problem in the chest cavity and the heart areas. It's more of a heart-related illness that finally takes its toll on her. Can you please confirm that?
Yeah.
All right. She says, I was very unruly towards the end. It was hard for people to help me or to take care of me. I was really a mess. Do you understand that, please, Valerie?
Yeah.
Yeah, she says, I was out of control. She says, you did your best. Your mom did your best. Everybody tried their best to really pitch in. She says, but I know I was not easy to get along with. then, and I know that's funny because earlier she tried to come off as very easy, but she says, I know I was not easy to get along with then because I was in so much pain. And she's, right? Yeah. Oh, yeah. She says,
No, but she's like that before she got really sick. She's really lighthearted. So at the end, she was kicking up something.
yeah, kicking up a fuss there. She says, I was in a lot of pain, a lot of pain. I think they gave her something for pain. She's saying the word morphine, but it didn't help enough. So if it wasn't morphine, it was something they were giving her. Didn't help any. She says she was, oh God, this is kind of cute. She said, I was as alert as a buzzbird hunting for prey. She says, I could not sleep. I didn't rest well. I was not happy at all. She makes like a little funny thing. I don't know, like a country kind of saying about like a, what do you call those birds that hunt? A buzzard hunting for prey. That's how alert she was. She says she didn't feel well at all. She also has nausea in her stomach. It's probably from the medication that they're giving her. She's throwing up a lot. Nobody could help her. It was very difficult for everyone. Finally, she says she hears God's voice while she's still alive. Okay. You were in the room with her, she says. When she heard God's voice, you were around or somewhere near around. And she says that she told you about this and you heard her say something about going to God and that she knows it's her time and that she can actually start to feel and see, and know the other side. She says that time then when she started to get that connection, it made her a little bit less troublesome and bothersome for everyone. She still had some relapses, but for the most part, after she starts to see where she's going, almost like the veils open to her before she actually transitions, she becomes a little bit more docile. Do you understand, please, Valerie?
Yeah, because she was beating up on everybody in the family. Everybody was going away from the house mad, and they was tripping. But when I went into the room, she calmed down and she explained to me, I just can't eat.
Aw.
Aw. And I mean, she didn't do me like she ran everybody. She was she was bed stricken and she ran everybody out of the house.
Oh God.
But I went through, but she calmed down and she settled. And then she looked at me and my kids and she said, wow, a family full of moon eyes. So
Aww.
She so she did, it was something happened, but I'm not, she didn't say all that, but I can kind of gather in spirit that that's what actually transpired, between us.
Yeah, there's something about her saying she saw God or she saw the other side, and then, I think she's trying to share that with you maybe, but you did notice the peacefulness. Okay. All right. Yeah. She transitioned finally quietly at home. There was no one around her to really see or notice that. She wasn't.
No, she was in the hospital, actually.
All right.
Well, I don't know what happened, but she was in the hospital. I don't know what happened if she actually died at the house, and then, her body gave out at the hospital. I wasn't there, but I know she was in the hospital.
All right. Well,
they found her with her eyes
closed. Okay.
Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Well,
you're fine as far.
All right. Well, let me just give you what she says. Okay. Now I don't remember. Let me just see if I could get it. Yeah. Let me see. She wants to know that she died alone and peaceful. It was not in the house. All right. Now you're taking it back. It was not in the house. It was out of the house. Yes. She says, I didn't die. Well, did you die in the house and then they got you to the hospital? Or did you die in the hospital, please, Grandma? I was in the hospital when I passed, but no one was around. Not at that moment when I passed. People were around, but nobody noticed when I actually transitioned. She says, I was here one moment and gone the next. She says, so you know that, right? Do you know that?
Yeah, they found her this morning. Yeah, they found her.
Okay. So it was at night, and she was not at home. She was in the hospital, which was incorrect. Okay, but she did die at night, and nobody was really noticing when she passed. She liked to do that, right? She wanted to do that behind, without anybody fussing over her. She says she was very peaceful when she was laid down that night to sleep, and she says it was not a difficult passing whatsoever when it finally happened. And she says, my goodness, but spirit is beautiful. She says the world I'm in is so wonderful. And she says, I don't want to she says, I don't want to encourage anybody to leave Earth early because you all have your own work to do, but I want you all to know that Spirit is beautiful and nothing like you really think it is. There's no need to fear Spirit, God. Everything here is like new, beautiful. We're all happy and we're all good to each other. Big improvement in some ways over Earth. All right, Valerie. Well, I want to thank you so much, Valerie, for listening and allowing us to deliver this message to you this evening.
Is there a guy named Kevin around? I'm sorry.
I just feel I feel a male to you, and maybe that's the male I felt before. I can't do another discernment right now, but I will give it a quick look, okay? Because I kept saying, who's this man? Who's this man? Who's this man? Hold on. I only try to do one per caller. Let me just see. What's his name? You say Kevin? Kevin is his name?
Yeah.
All right, we'll just see quickly. Kevin, do you want to come in, honey? Kevin is here with me, Grandma says, but he's not really that obedient, doesn't do exactly what you want when you want him to do it. Hold on for a second.
That's him.
I have a very quick look of somebody. It looks like he's coming through, or somebody's coming through. He looks a little heavier set. Would you agree that that's Kevin, please? Heavier set.
I mean, he all right. He ain't really big. He all right. Average.
All right. Would you?
Depends on what you're. I don't know. He all right to me. That would be average to me. But I guess if he was into skinny men, he would be like
a little chunkier. Yeah, he's chunkier. He's not obese. He's not a 600-pound life, but he's a little bit heavier. Okay. I also see, and I don't know why this is so, but did he shave his head, or was he follically challenged? Do you have hair on his head that you knew about?
He had lupus, and I think that whatever they had him on had taken all his hair off. I don't know. I don't know how that worked, but that's how he died.
He didn't have hair anymore? Oh, you don't know? Because he's shown me without hair. Okay.
He didn't have no hair.
All right. All right. Well, he didn't have hair. You can confirm that. Okay, so we have him here. I just want to give him a quick. He's here. No, his head's shining. He says he's laughing a little bit. He says, "Gosh, Laura, you make him look like a freak or something." So he's got a good sense of humor. He's a really sweet guy. He also seems to be musically inclined when he's on Earth. There's something about drums or something with music. Do you understand that, please, for him?
Oh, I didn't know that. I didn't know him long enough. He never told me about it.
Okay, well then
I would believe it. I would believe it though.
All right, well he's talking something about drumming the drums for him, or drumming drums. I see him with drums, so I just want to say that. I don't know what it means, and I won't say that much more about it. There's also a female with him that there's a sister to him. It doesn't have to be literally sister, it could be of the same race, you know what I mean? Another sister with him that's around him also. He's taking care of her now also. Maybe that's your, you know who that would be?
His sister died? Yes.
You know his sister died? You do know?
I didn't know she died. I mean, I was trying to look for her, and I couldn't find the email because I got mad at her. That was years ago, and I threw all her information out. And I couldn't find her or nothing. And,
well, maybe she passed also, but he says something about his sister is there with him also, and she's a little bit. She must have been older than him then.
Yes, she was.
Yeah, a little bit older than him, not that much, but old enough. He says he's making a joke, but old enough to make me cry a lot growing up, and he's laughing a little bit. He wants you to know he's fine. Again, back to the drums, beating the drums. Somebody like doing something for him. That beating the drums for him could also mean that somebody's putting out some kind of event for him, or what do you call that when you remember somebody that's in spirit? Memorial, yeah, memorial or something. Okay, let's one last thing, honey, and then we'll let you go. You said his name was Kevin, did you say?
Kevin.
All right, Kevin.
Yes.
So we have Kevin here. He's a little chunkier in his build. He's not real muscular either. He's got width in his arms and his chest, but not a real beefcake. Nice person. slender in the neck and the chin area, so I can see that. Strong cheekbones, strong face, lost hair on his head. He actually shows me wearing a beard right now, as if to show maybe that he still had hair on his chin and his face. Maybe he didn't wear it that way, I don't know, but definitely he lost hair on the top of his head. He said he fought for his life a long time. There were many times when he thought he would get better, but to no avail. It continued to wear him down over time, and finally he got so sick he just could not recuperate. There is something about stomach and vomiting that goes along with this, which finally was the reason he passed, because he could not hold food down whatsoever. Do you know anything about that, honey?
I know at the end he was looking really bad. I was like, oh God.
All right.
You don't look like you don't laugh.
All right.
Now, how about his kids? How is his kids? Are you protecting his kids?
Well, that I can't go into now because I've done 2 people for you. But maybe another time, or you can get a discount session with me as well, Valerie. I want to thank you so much, honey, for calling in, love.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you too, honey.
Right.
Bye-bye. Okay, I'm going to go to the first person who's asked for a life question, and that would be Veronica, who's been waiting a very long time. Hello, Veronica.
Hello.
Hi, sweetheart. Just go ahead, honey, and give me your question and no background, and we'll see where Spirit leads us.
All right. I just need to know job situation. Am I going to be getting a job pretty soon? Do you see anything?
Sure, let's take a look at that for you. Veronica, 570 job, yes or no? You seem to have a job, or you're very good at getting jobs. I don't see you in any bad situation. Hold on one second. Let's see what else I can do on this. You have a job, don't you, honey, right now? You're not unemployed.
No.
You don't have a job? Well, there's something about... Not right now? Okay. What do you do for a living? Are you like a care aide or something like that? Do you go in and out like a contractor?
No. I do medical billing.
You do medical billing? Is there a contract aspect to that? Like,
no.
Can you? Okay, well, then you might want to think about that, because there could be contract out. In other words, you could work for an agency and go in and out. But let me just see. So you're looking for a full-time job as a medical biller. Hold on. You will get a job soon. You need to be a little bit more flexible in what you're looking for. As we mentioned, you possibly could be doing contract work. There are billing organizations which look for per diems, which means, in and out kind of thing here and there, and that you'll be able to get that really, really quickly. And then longer term, you can get a job. We feel that you might enjoy the per diem because it gives you a lot of freedom, more to your liking. Actually, that's more to your liking than just being in a job, and it would pay a little bit better, allow you to take more time off, go off and do things that you want to do. And I also see you wanting to do something with traveling. Maybe this summer was still early enough to plan something. So it would give you enough money that you could take some time off and go travel. Do a little travel, So I know that sounds a little odd because you're out of work, but that's the kind of answer I'm getting for you.
Okay. All righty. Thank you.
You're welcome, honey. Bye-bye. Okay, I'm going to go to Lisa, who's got a live question. Hello, Lisa. Hi, honey. Just give me your question, darling, and no background. Go ahead.
Okay. Could I actually do the afterlife thing, the thing you did before, or no?
You can, but did you have a chance to ask for your loved one to come in? Silently?
Yeah, because both my parents died.
All right. All right. I don't want you to tell me who you're looking for, love, okay? But I do want you to know that I did feel a mother figure for you. So let me see what I can do with that, Lisa. Lisa at 6.
For both mom and dad died.
Yes, and I'm going to pull in who I can pull in, if I can pull somebody in. Let's see who wants to come in. Okay. All right. Well, I see a woman who's... she's not showing me herself very, very old, okay? So if she lived to a very old age, she's just not showing me herself that. Yeah, okay. You don't need to say anything right now, love. Just let me develop it a little bit, okay? She's got a straight nose, whoever this is. Actually, pretty attractive woman, and her hair is about shoulder length. It's full. It's kind of layered and whatever. She's not showing me herself very old right now. Very bright eyes, high cheekbones, straight nose. Her chin and her jawline is a little narrower than her cheekbones. This is how she looks to me. And she also looks like her natural color, or that she might have dyed it. I don't know. But the hair color I see in front of me is like a golden chestnut brown. It's got a bit of a wave to it. She's slender in her build, and I also feel that she's had cancer. Now, is that something anyone you would know, please? Just be a little broad about it, please.
Definitely. No, definitely my mother.
Oh, all right, good. Well, then she's the first one here to say hello, and I'm not going to try to bring two people through for you, love, right now, so please bear with me because this is a radio show, and I shouldn't have even brought the second one in for the woman I just spoke with. But she's here. She shows me something. She's got cancer, as I mentioned, but she's also in her chest area is like an aching for you. Just to say hello to you, to give you put her arms around you, give you a big hug and kiss, take care of yourself. She's doing fine. It looks beautiful, actually. It looks very, very beautiful. She says that she likes where she was laid to rest, and it seems to be a place where there are other people that she knows, family and friends, or maybe there's a burial area that's significant. She says that. I don't know. Does that make sense to you, sweetheart, about where she was? Okay. Family and friends are there for her, and she's not alone there. And then she laughs a little bit, and she says, "Oh, my dear," she says, "you know, that's silly." She says, "It doesn't matter where you're buried, but it did give her peace of mind to know that." She now lives in the spirit world. She's very calm. She's very happy. Dad is with her. He's around. I see that he once smoked. Do you understand Dad smoked, please?
Smoked the pipe, but he was a lung doctor, so he didn't really smoke cigarettes or anything like that.
Well, then maybe that's what he means.
Lung doctor.
Oh, interesting. Well, let me just say that when I go to him, all of a sudden I see smoking. So maybe that's because he is a lung doctor. I don't know. I'll just give you the facts. I do see a man who's had brown hair as his original color. It looks like it's thinned on the top. It looks like the hair's in the straighter category. He's got high cheekbones, a straightish kind of nose, a little bit of fleshiness at the tip. Very gregarious, a very outgoing personality, a nice person. Doesn't have, his features are very even, okay? I don't see like a big nose or anything like that. Everything's very much in proportion. He says he's very good with his hands. Maybe that means that he might have had to do something besides, you know, when you're working with somebody, maybe he had to do something in terms of operating. I don't know. Was he a surgeon at all, please? Do you understand?
No.
Okay, well, he says he's good with...
He wasn't outgoing. He was real quiet.
Okay, let me see then. What am I getting here? I need to refine it. Hold on. I don't know how to say what he looked like. I could see him so clearly, but I can't describe it. It looks like somebody I should be able to tell you who he looks like, but I can't get the name. Slender. Okay, let me say slender. I see a slender man. I see that he's advanced in age, or at least he looks a little bit droopy, and he's standing, like his shoulders are a little bit droopy. He labors.
Oh my God! Yeah.
All right, he labors under the weight of his own frame towards the end. It's hard for him to get around. He does say it's hard for him to even get air into his own lungs, and he laughs a little bit at the irony of that, because being a lung doctor, as you said, but that was many years in the past, because it looks to me like he lived after he retired for a while, wasn't practicing his physician work anymore. He says, but he did like to give people a lot of advice. Now, as far as the gregarious goes, hold on. I was gregarious, he says, for most of my life. I reached out to people. I wasn't a loner. I wanted to be with people. But I wasn't a boisterous personality. I wasn't a boisterous personality, and I was not a talker. You're right, my beautiful daughter. There's a little dog with them in spirit, a little Fifi or Fi-Fi or something like that, a little thing that's kind of fluffy that he has around him. It says it was your dog when you were younger. It looks like a smaller dog with longer hair. Do you understand that kind of dog, please?
He always wanted a dog, like kind of, but he never got a dog.
Did you ever have a dog?
But when he got older, no, I have a cat. But when he got older, he wanted a dog, but just he got real old.
Oh, okay. Well, I see a dog there. Maybe they got one in spirit. I don't know.
Are they happy together? Is everything good?
Yeah, everything is good. Let me just see. How about mom and daddy? Are you together? Yeah, we're together here. We get along great. he means on earth as well as in spirit. There's not a big separation between them. Uh, there's something about the way they get along together that's soft and very sweet. They knew how not to criticize each other, and that was their saving grace. And they always overlooked each other's faults, even though they knew what they were. They say that you're very much like them in the way you treat people. You're a very caring person, and you don't let people get under your skin. They love you for that, and they feel that that is one of the best gifts that they could have ever given you, is to know how to love others and yourself. They're happy, honey, and they're fine. I'm going to have to let you go now, sweetheart, so I can get on to some other callers.
Thank you.
Yes, but thank you, love. Bye-bye. Okay, I'm going to Anne, who's wanting a healing. Hello, Anne. How are you?
Hello, thank you.
Hi, sweetheart. Sorry to keep you waiting so long, but these things just get very involved. Okay, so you're wanting a healing, and I'm going to ask you, just for the sake of time, what is the healing in? What kind of healing do you need? Spiritual, emotional, physical? What is it that we're working on today?
More than I said, it's emotional and spiritual.
All right, let me just look through the body. I just want to see something here in terms of your energies. I'm going to root. What I'm getting is, let me see, just go up. I'm going to try to go up a little higher. What I'm getting is something very, very distraught in the area of the root chakra and this the sacral chakra, especially the sacral chakra. I feel all messed up in there when I go in there, almost as if something's churning away at you. It has to do with love and matters of the heart, emotional things like that. But it's love of self too, not just romantic love. It's love of self too, and it's feeling good about yourself. So Spirit would like to do a healing more on you and loving yourself first. Let me just go to the heart chakra, and then I'll come back to you, Anne.
Okay.
Okay, what's going on in the heart chakra? And I'm going, nothing. There's nothing going on in the heart chakra. Everything's going on down there in the sacral and the root, but let me see the solar plexus and solar plexus. Silent. Those chakras are quiet. It's the lower ones, those two, that are very much in turmoil. The root is always about not enough, scarcity. Okay, that's what the root is. So there's not enough love in your heart for yourself and for others, or you feel that love is scarce in your life. We're going to send in a healing for that. Okay, I'm recoloring that particular chakra, re-energizing it back to 0 point, back to where it needs to be, its clearest and most beautiful self, with the affirmation for Anne, there's always love. You are the source of love, dear one. Not only are you the creator of love, but now you will be the gainer of love. Love is there for you. You know love from this point forward, and you are love, and you resonate love every day in every way. Namaste, namaste, namaste. I'm going up to the sacral. Hold on. There's a lot of, okay, feeling again of betrayal. Something was taken away from you against your will. You didn't want it that way, but it was done that way, and you're still churning and churning away inside. Does that make sense to you, please?
I think it's childhood things that I don't even remember.
All right. Let me see if I don't want to reveal too much. These things can get very, very personal. Okay, it's particularly for in the sake.
I think it's like mother and father.
What I'm going to do is go. I need to try to bring in something you can remember, because because the healing actually depends on you acknowledging without me embarrassing you, okay? Because we're in a public forum here,
right.
So it's it's very delicate. So let me just go there and see what can come in that can be stated in a way that would trigger your memory without revealing too much. Okay, so I would say that there's some sense of you being humiliated in front of other people, and that is a betrayal. Okay, like as if you were told that you were stupid or funny or not good enough or something like that, and would be around other people and you would feel like a clown, actually. And this is what they're showing me. Okay, so that's why it trips you up in adult life, because you don't feel worthy. See, because at a very fundamental, deeper level, the parenting was a little bit mishapped, if you will. I guess we'll call it that.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're going to refocus that now. We're going to reset it now. Okay, so we're setting into the sacral area beautiful. You can send it in also beautiful coral light, resetting the vibration there, soothing it down, resetting it, and we're also going to reset all of that stuff that happened with the following. Our parents did not know what they were doing. They were just spontaneous in the moment. They didn't realize how their words affected me. I now release that and let it go. I know they were doing what they were doing. I can't say the best that they could have done, but I also can't say it was done intentionally to harm me. I now reclaim my value as a human being. I now reframe myself as astute, smart, witty, on point, competent, lovable, and loving. I now own my own lovability and release any blocks to that happened in the past. I now love myself completely and totally, and love all those that did harm to me, wittingly or unwittingly so. Namaste, namaste, namaste. You are now healed in those two areas. The rest of you should trickle up, and it should be okay. I think that's the primary one, though, is that sacral area. Okay, you can listen to this a few more times, sweetheart.
Yeah, definitely. That's a lot of good things to mantra, to say to myself. So
absolutely, sweetheart.
That's very helpful.
Yeah. I want to recommend one other thing to do for yourself. Sometimes it's important not only to listen to it and to say it for yourself over and over again, but also to back it up with some action. Like every day, think of one thing you can do for yourself that respects you. Okay, one action you can take, and when you take the action, remind yourself that you are astute, you are competent, you are loving, and you are lovable. So, for example, today you could buy yourself a rose. Tomorrow you'll take yourself out for a walk in the fresh air. Whatever little thing it is, it's like rewarding yourself for being the beautiful self you are. And eventually it starts to take hold and you become something new. Okay?
Great.
Yeah. Thank you, love. Thanks for calling. Okay, honey. Thank you. Bye-bye. Okay. Alrighty, I am going to, already spoke with Catherine, okay. Valerie, I think I already spoke with Valerie. Ginny, I don't believe I spoke with her, although I spoke with her earlier. I think she got knocked off. Oh, and Susie B made a donation. Ginny, did you get knocked off? Because I remember talking to you very early in the before the show started, right?
Yes, my cell phone rang and it disconnected my landline. I don't know why that happened.
Oh my God! Well, it's good that I remembered. And let me just say for everybody, if anybody was in the queue earlier and then got knocked off, Susie B will. Well, we don't have much left for the show, but Susie B, if she ever talks to you, you need to tell her that happened, because Susie will make a little note on your name on the switchboard, so I'll pick your call up. In your case, Ginny, I guess you didn't let her know, and there was nothing next to you, so I just remembered. Okay, sweetheart, go ahead and give me your question.
Thank you, Laura.
Yeah, go ahead, honey, and give me your question, love. Go ahead.
Okay, my question is, my daughter wants to move closer to us, the family.
She
made an offer on a mobile home. The question is, number one, will the seller accept her offer? And number two, more importantly, will the park management approve her as a tenant?
Okay, offer and then approval. Hold on.
Approval by park management for the mobile home.
Yeah, I don't need all the details there. All I need to do is focus on those two words. You'll know what I mean. All right. Well, will her daughter be approved? Will she be able to? Will her offer be accepted? Yes or no, please. This is for Jenny. And what's your daughter's name, honey? Your daughter's name?
Nancy.
Nancy. Okay, hold on. Yeah, it'll be approved. It'll be accepted, rather. The offer will be accepted a little under what she's offered, but not much, and she'll be able to afford it. But I don't think it's going to be exactly the offer she made. There'll be a little bit of negotiating, but it's very close, so it's not a big deal.
Okay, and the park management, that's the second step. They have to approve her credit and her ability to pay the rent.
I know, honey. Shh, I have to focus, love. Hold on. Will she be approved? Her credit, everything else for Nancy, yes or no? Yeah, she'll be approved. Her credit's not that bad.
So,
She's had a couple little mishaps.
well, actually, yeah, she has good credit, just not really good income, so her brother will co-sign for her as a tenant.
Yeah, well, with all that, it looks like she's going to get what she wants. Yay!
Yay!
Yay! Looks good, honey.
Oh, Laura, I'm so happy. We want her close to us. That will be so great. Thank you so much for sharing your gift with us. You're just wonderful.
Oh, thank you. You have a beautiful evening, honey. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. Bye-bye, dear.
Thanks. Bye-bye. Okay, I'm going to go to Susie B., who's made a donation, and want to thank her so much. Susie, my dear, thank you so much for your donation, which goes in part, everybody, to help animals. Yeah, she does it. She loves to make donations besides get questions answered because she loves to help animals. Hey, Susie. So what's up with the question here?
Okay, I need to know how Chris feels about me.
All righty, let's see what we could get. I know a lot about the situation, everybody. Susie's being good by not revealing anything more, so hold on 1 second. This is for Susie B. Chris. Again, I can't see that he just feels like he pulls away. He's not really. It's irrelevant to ask that question because he's not even allowing himself to like you. There's like a huge wall up or inability to be available emotionally. That's what I get today, and I've got it before. The same feeling like maybe a lot of pattern, maybe a lot of words, but the feelings of truly being available, like reaching out to you emotionally and making himself open to you, is not there. I feel him pulling away. That's what I feel, him pulling away. Is there any way I can refine that for you?
Oh, well, we're supposed to see each other tomorrow. Is he going to show up or back out?
Oh, all right. Let's see. Chris tomorrow, show up or back out. He doesn't know what he's going to do right now. He's a little bit up in the air about it. He would like to see you. He doesn't know exactly what time he's going to get out of work. He hopes that you'll understand. There's a little bit of up and down about it in his mind. Okay, now I'm getting more information. It looks like he wants to get to know you better. Okay, he does. But there's so much up and down and if and on. It's all very much in the air, up in the air right now. He's not sure exactly if he can be there for you as a human being. That's the problem. But he wants to give a go. Wants to try. But I don't feel like he can commit in any way, even when he's going to be there, if he'll be there on time or not. Everything's so much up in the air with him. He's very wishy-washy. That's what I get on him. Very, very wishy-washy. So I'm not able to give you more than you already know because he's very in the air. Very in the air. I'm going to try again to approach him a different way. Hold on. This is for Chris. Yeah. So what I want to say is I don't have a firm, in his mind, I don't see he's firmly determined to make this work. He's sort of going to try, but I don't see, it's like, I'll try, you know the word try. It's either you're going to do it or you're not going to do it, right? You're either going to make it work or you're not going to make it work. Trying is trying. So what you have now is a lot of trying and maybe a little bit of lying.
90 seconds.
Oh, boy.
But that doesn't mean that it's over. Okay. So he needs more information before you need more information. He needs more information from you, whether or not he wants to go ahead with this. This means he's not sure. He's not sure. He's not sure. But he's going to try. Okay? So let's see what happens with that, darling. Okay, honey? Thank you, love.
Yes. Let's see, doll. Thank you.
60 seconds.
My pleasure, honey. Thank you. Now, there's somebody at 941. Her name is Catherine Griffin. Let me see if I could find her. She was knocked off. 941. There she is. I thought I already spoke with her. All right, let me open the line up. Catherine?
You spoke with me before the show started.
Oh, well, then.
And I asked if I could ask a health question. That's what it was.
Yeah, I'm looking for the one who had the medical thing, and I don't find her. And I see next to your name already spoke with Catherine. I'm thinking, I don't remember speaking with Catherine on the show, so I misunderstood the note left for me. Okay, go ahead. Even though the show is over, you could still talk, honey. Go ahead and ask your question.
Okay. Thank you, Laura, very much. That was kind of you.
Sure.
I have a health. I'm not.
10
it's not a
seconds.
crisis. It's an issue, I guess, right now. And I want to know how you see it progressing.
All right. It's going to get better over time. It's not going to stay with you forever. It's not a chronic illness. You have taken care with it. You're doing the right things. The health professionals that you're working with are competent and knowledgeable and have the expertise in the area that you need them to have. And you're doing the right things with that. It feels that it's not as invasive as it could be if it were handled improperly. In other words, you're taking a more holistic approach to it, which seems to be correct. And you will be able to get out of this fairly unscathed. Let me see something. I don't know why they're showing me this. Do you have red hair, honey?
I color it auburny red. Yeah.
Are you having any problem with hair loss, love?
No, not really. My temples are a little bit.
All right. Well, they're showing.
The rest of it is quite thick.
All right. Well, I don't know why they're showing me that, but anyway, you are going to get better quickly. It's not going to take that long. It does have a systemic nature to it, if you will, that it seems like something that could be with you for a long time, but they're saying that it's not going to be that long. It'll be shorter than you think. Keep doing what you're doing. And they also make a joke, Spirit makes a joke, an apple a day will keep the doctor away. Keep doing what you're doing. I also see you walking or doing some kind of exercise that's not too difficult that goes along with it. And it's sort of like a whole body approach to it, and it will work over time. Okay, and it also kind of reminds me of something that has to do with muscles and the body muscles, holding all that together. It's all going to work. Everything that you're doing, a little bit of dietary, a little bit of nutritional awareness, a little bit of physical therapy and or activity, the whole thing joins together to create a healing for you that's magnificent. Okay, and of course, I need to always pin it on this is that you need to work with. I know you are, but I need to say it, this is being recorded, that you need to work with appropriate light.
I understand.
Yeah, this is insight and complement to, but not replacement for licensed professional advice. Is there anything else you want to? Good. Is there anything else you want to ask me about it, honey?
My father is in spirit, and it would be nice to be able to know if he's there watching out for me through all this.
Okay, I don't have time. Yeah. He died of it. He died of something related because he what? Well, because
he died of something very similar.
Similar. Okay. Yeah, he's watching out for you, sweetheart. He's looking in on you from time to time. He's laughing a little bit. Kind of cute guy. I see slender man, straight nose, kind of a very compact frame, if you will, with white hair, good sense of humor, very kind of nice personality, good sense of humor, sharp wit, looking in on you, watching out for you, and I don't know why I get the word sclerodoma because I don't. It's something I know what sclerodoma is. I don't think that's what you have, and I don't think that's what he had. But it's something to do with muscular skeletal system. Now, what do you have wrong with you, honey?
Colon cancer.
You have colon cancer. Oh, and what did he have, honey?
He had esophageal cancer.
So it's cancer. All right. Hold on. Well, okay. So that might have been why they were showing me hair loss, because if you're going to be doing any chemo or anything like that, you might have some, you might become follically challenged. But whatever you're doing is going to work.
Funny. Follically challenged.
Yeah, I know, right? It might affect some of your hair loss in the beginning, but don't worry too much about it, sweetheart. Everything is going to work out fine, and you're doing what you need to do, so it's going to work out. That's what I get, is you're going to have a full healing on this, okay? You're welcome. God bless.
Thank you.
Thank you,
Okay.
honey.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye, honey. Bye-bye. Yes, much healing to Catherine and everybody out there. God bless all of you. May you have a beautiful evening, and I look forward to working with you all on Wednesday at 1 o'clock Eastern Time. If you would like a private session with me, just go to booklaura.com. If you put radio show in the event code field, you will obtain a 25% discount. Namaste. Have a wonderful evening. Bye-bye.
Thank you for using Blog Talk Radio. Goodbye.